नमस्कार, सत श्री अकाल, राम राम साहब, वणक्कम। आप सभी को ऑल टीट मीडिया में फिर से स्वागत है। हमारे साथ फिर से जुड़े हुए हैं PVR Narasimha Rao sir. The love and the affection that we got from our past videos has been tremendous, and it has really encouraged me to bring sir again and again on different subjects. And today we have very important subjects. Everybody wants to know what are the results going to be for the 5 states that are voting right now. Periana, a very warm welcome. Over to you. Ji.
Namaste, Gayatri ji, and namaste to all your audiences. So today I will give my prediction for the 5 states that are voting right now, and the election results will be declared on December 3. And before I make my clear prediction, I just want to set the context, put things in perspective. Astrologers are not really like it's not like we have a TV at the back of our mind in which we see what's going to happen. We basically have to have the right data and do the right analysis, and then only our results are only as good as our data. And just like a doctor, if a doctor needs to do MRI for something and he does only X-ray and gives the diagnosis, his diagnosis can go wrong. So you have to basically use the right data. Unfortunately, you need the data of the key political leaders to make prediction in these things. You can see things in the BJP chart, in the Narendra Modi chart, see Amit Shah chart also. But the thing is, it's not such a big deal for them compared to the person who becomes chief minister or suddenly is replaced as chief minister. So it's a big change in their life. So if we have the individual data, we can make more confident predictions. Unfortunately, for these 5 states, except KCR, the Telangana chief minister, I don't have the data of any of the candidates. But what I will do so is rely on the BJP chart, see how the day in general is for BJP. But again, that doesn't differentiate between different states. So to differentiate between different states, I will also use some mundane charts. We have these New Year charts, new month charts, lunar, solar, fortnight charts, etc. So those charts show the major happenings in a particular city or state or country during a particular fortnight or month or year, etc. And if we take, I'll be relying on the fortnight chart. So if I take the fortnight chart at the time the results will be declared for the capitals of those different states, any big change in the rulership, in any fall of the ruler or any change, that kind of things will be somewhat visible. So those are the charts that I'll be relying on for this prediction. And my prediction is that, first of all, from BJP's chart, that time period is pretty good. December 3rd and so December 3rd, 4th, 5th, the time period is pretty positive for BJP. So I think that overall results will be, though not perfect 100%, results will be very favorable to BJP, and BJP leadership will be very pleased with the results. That is one takeaway. The other thing is, in terms of the actual results of each state, I think that except Rajasthan, all other states will be extremely tight. Rajasthan is the only state where I think there'll be a clear-cut result. In all other states, things will be very close. But my expectation is that in Rajasthan, BJP will win big. And also, it's likely that the next chief minister may be somebody with a strong Venus in the chart, or possibly a woman. So for Rajasthan, I expect that BJP will have a big win. And for Telangana, I expect that KCR, though the election will be very close, BRS, the Bharat Rashtra Samiti, led by KCR, will win with a decent margin. It will look close in terms of vote share, etc. But when you come to the seats, it will be a decent margin. They will win somewhat comfortably, but it will be overall a close election in terms of the votes, etc. Voting. But I do expect that KCR will hang in there, and based on his own natal chart, I expect that uh, the probably will be his last term in 2028. His great period will end around 2011. A great period started for him, and it is still 2028. So next elections there'll be a change. So which means this term will be a term of lot of transformation, political transformation in the state of Telangana. So, but I think he will be re-elected. Whether he continues till the end of term or gives the leadership to his son. I don't know for sure. We'll look at it when the time comes, but he will be re-elected. So BRS will win in Telangana with a decent margin in a close election, and in Madhya Pradesh, it seems extremely close, but I do see that there will be a decent margin for BJP. I expect that BJP will hang in there even in Madhya Pradesh state. So I expect BJP to come back. But I'm seeing some weird signs in the chart that shows some change in the leadership. So I will not be surprised if the current chief minister will be replaced by somebody else. So there is a chance of changing the actual person, but the ruling establishment will basically continue. So I expect that BJP will have a decent margin in a close election and have some change of leadership possibly. Again, somebody with a strong Venus in the chart, or a woman. I don't see any woman in the running there, but a woman or somebody with a strong Venus in the chart is a likely candidate for the next chief ministership. But I won't rule out Sri Shivraj Chauhan remaining as the chief minister. But BJP should hang in there. And in the state of Chhattisgarh, I expect that it will be a very close election, and the margin will be narrower than the other states in my expectation. It will be an extremely narrow margin, but I expect that the Indian National Congress will continue ruling there. They will remain. They will keep the state. So I think that Chhattisgarh will go to INC. And finally, Mizoram is also a very close election. But again, in spite of a close election in terms of the vote share, in terms of the seats, I think MNF, the ruling establishment, Mizoram National Front, I think is called, right? MNF will have a decent margin. I expect them. I expect that they will prevail. So basically, in Jaipur, in Rajasthan, there is a change of the party, and in all other places, I believe that the establishment, the current ruling party will continue even with a small margin.
जी. So,
So that is my
Periana, did you
overall.
manage? जी. Periana, did you manage to get the kundlis of any of the leaders, main leaders like Vasundhara Raje, Shivraj Singh
No, I
Chauhan?
don't have any of those charts. I don't have any chief minister candidate charts. If I have, I can be even more confident. So this is based on what is the collective destiny of those states during the fortnight, and are there any big changes in the political scene, basically any fall of some rulers or rise of somebody. So it's basically based on those collective destiny rather than individual charts. If I have the charts of individual leaders, I can be more confident. In the case of Telangana, I have the chart of KCR, so I'm more confident there that he will prevail.
जी. So, coming to Rajasthan, you said somebody with a strong Venus, or
Are a
some new
woman.
leader
Venus
can.
can also show women. Yeah.
Venus can also be women. That is, now we have two women candidates there. One is Vasundhara Raje Scindia. The other emerging leader is Diya Kumari. She's also from royal family. She's, I think,
Mhm.
granddaughter of Gayatri Devi ji. So, any update on
I see.
that front?
Mhm.
Yeah, because she's emerged all of a sudden. Uh, in last say 1 year or so.
I see. I see. I have no specific prediction, but one thing is in the there is one indication. There is a presence of Ketu in the fortnight chart in the 10th house in the Samsa. So there is a chance that it will be somebody surprising or somebody. It will be somewhat unconventional. So I wouldn't rule out some kind of unconventional uh, choice there in Rajasthan.
Rajasthan. So we should be ready for a surprise, but there should not be a continuation of the leadership which has been in the past. I mean, that kind of
Yeah, yeah.
indication.
The current INC Indian National Congress government will fall, and out of all the states I looked at, this is the most clear cut one. So it will be a clear margin.
जी. Now, coming to Madhya Pradesh, Periana, they are saying that if BJP comes to power, there are two very important names which are being floated. One is Jyotiradityya Scindia. With the kind of aura he carries, it looks like he has a strong Venus. I don't know. I mean, I am
Huh?
chota astrologer, you can say minuscule wala. So the
Uh-huh.
kind of aura he carries, no, that reflects that he has a good, probably a strong sun, definitely, and a decent Venus also. And Shivraj Singh Chauhan has had love of women. That is also a reflection of strong Venus
Mhm.
only. So how do you
But the
see
thing is,
these
I
two?
said there is likely to be some kind of change. So if it's not Sivaraj, it's likely that somebody else will be picked, even though I don't rule out Sivaraj Chauhan retaining.
Okay. So Jyotiraj Scindia can be a good choice because it's been going on in the circles that he might be a, what do you say? He
Possible.
can be
It's possible,
got in as a.
and I'm not really clued in on Madhya Pradesh politics. Uh, Again, it is likely that there'll be some surprise. So it can be somebody. It can be a uh, unconventional candidate, somebody that nobody thought of. Also, is possible. So I can't really, unfortunately, without the individual charts, I can't predict who it will be. But one thing I can say is BJP will remain in power, and second thing I can say is, but basically with a uncomfortable margin. But there is likely to be some change of leadership. I'm not sure who it is, but it is likely somebody who's charismatic and a little unconventional.
Ji. So, Piriyana, you've seen KCR's chart till 2028. Have you also seen the charts of these states coming up for, different state elections, or is it just for right now only?
Right now, basically for the current year and the current fortnight. So I focused on that to see whether a change makes sense or continuation makes sense in terms of the ruling establishment.
So, Chhattisgarh, the government is going to stay with Congress more or less, as per you say. The chief
That is
minister,
what I
any
expect.
change in leadership? Any change
Pardon
in
me?
the leadership? Any
Change
change
of
in the
leadership?
leadership?
No, I do not actually.
Okay, so Bhupesh Baghel may continue the next term also. He's been the printing press for the Congress government, for the Congress people. So I think he's going to print more money, and more money. Gee.
Yeah, I don't know all
Um,
those details or politics, but it's likely that whoever is there will continue.
Right, right. Prerna, coming to Mizoram, and Mizoram, you said the party might continue. Now, Mizoram is also undergoing through certain turmoils because of the being Myanmar. There's an infiltration of the Myanmar soldiers happening. Do you see any
Right.
kind of a turmoil in that state happening in coming times? Just like Manipur we had recently.
Yeah. 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 Unfortunately, I do see a lot of turmoil in the next several months, not related to election. Basically, I do see that there'll be turmoil in Mizoram also, like we saw in Manipur. It's not the next couple of years, and particularly the next uh, 3/4 of a year is not a good year. So there'll be some turmoil, but I don't expect that to affect the outcome of the elections. I expect that people will go with the ruling MNF.
Periana, would you like to add anything that you've seen very particular in peculiar in these five states? Because we're going to keep this one very short and simple,
Yeah,
as
yeah,
you're running on the time schedule also. So, do you see
yeah.
anything in particular which should be brought to viewers' notice?
One thing I will say is, irrespective of the results of these states, uh, the next year's 2024 Lok Sabha elections, BJP will win big. They will win at the national level, and some state, for example, Karnataka did not go BJP way in the state elections in May. But the thing is, if the national elections were held the very next day, Karnataka would have voted for BJP. So some of the, even if some of the states don't go for BJP at the state level, I think BJP doesn't have to think that this is a referendum. This is how the national elections are going to play out. The national elections are likely to be very favorable for BJP. People of India are smart compared to many other countries. They basically look at local issues on local leaders for local elections, and the national leaders and local national agenda for the national elections. So I have no doubt that Modi ji will come back in 2024 general elections. So irrespective of these results, people should not think that they reflect on that. But having said that, the day is pretty favorable for BJP. So overall, there'll be some disappointments. It's not a perfect day. There'll be some disappointments, uh, but they will overall be happy.
Ji. Thank you so much, Periana. This one, as suggested by Periana, because I too don't want to let him go, but he suggested that we keep one very sweet and simple. But for next, whenever we come together, I'm definitely it's going to be a good one and a long one. And you can send me email on probably geopolitical inquiries with respect to astrology or also on national politics. You can send me emails and we can take up some topics which are of importance for the larger good for the country as well. थैंक यू सो मच पेरियाना फॉर जॉइनिंग. जाने से पहले सभी व्यूअर्स से रिक्वेस्ट है सर सर्च चैनल इज link I will put it in the description box and also in the chat comment so that you can like, subscribe and share search channel also, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share the alternate media. इसी के साथ जय हिंद, जय श्री राम, हर हर महादेव. थैंक यू सो मच
आपको
पेरियाना.
और आपको ऑडियंस को बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, धन्यवाद, नमस्कार.
थैंक यू सर.